Game's going. We are 4 hours into the stream. Turned out to be a little bit longer stream than 4 hours in the end, unless it's a super fast final. But this is a best of 5. Let's hope for some good games. And let's see how we go as we have to the bottom right hand side of the map our blue Protoss player. This is Dia. Going up against the red Terran to the bottom left hand side, INnoVation, who's actually going to be disguised as a brown Terran player this game, because Darkness Sentry seems to make the red colour a little bit horrible, actually. Anyways, what is up in the chat? How is everyone feeling? Who are we all supporting here today? Do let me know. Great to see the viewership still rising. A few people in the chat being very kind, saying thank you so much for the Kung Fu Cup today, Wardy. It's been awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. And we do generally try and cast Kung Fu Cup every week. I will just say now, though, I'm not going to be here next week, because this time next week I'm going to be travelling to Austin. Well, getting ready to travel to Austin. I'm going to be getting ready to fly out of Philadelphia. Yeah, actually, I'm going to be flying to Austin. I'll be in the skies. So, yeah, I'm going to be not here next week for Kung Fu Cup. I will get the replays. I will cast those replays one of the days when I get back home, though, after Austin, so you guys can be, you know, no fear at all. We'll still get to see them, even if it's not quite live. Obviously, if you want to watch it live, all the other community streams will be covering it in the other languages. There might even be an English stream on as well. So do potentially check that out. And that's going to be next week, same time, same place. Otherwise, again, this week I'm hopefully going to be casting Go for SE2 on Sunday, if nothing goes wrong. And also, if we cast Go for SE2 on Sunday, I'm also fingers crossed that we can cast a little bit of something from Penguin's Place Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just not sure what. I'm probably going to at least stream some ladder or something to get warmed up for Austin, but I don't know. We're going to figure it out as we go, as Dia faces the woes of a 4-player map and ends up scouting INnoVation in the last possible location. And INnoVation plays a 2-1-1, or 2 racks opening at least. We'll see if it's a 3rd racks here very soon, as this Reaper stops this probe from seeing anything at all. Thank you very much, Infern, who actually comes in with a Chia 100. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Do you appreciate the support? Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Wardy, are you still doing your dailies? My dailies? What do you mean, IOC Acid? You mean my WoW dailies? My daily quests? No. Don't play WoW. Do you mean my weekly tournaments? Is that what you're meaning? Let me know. Hopefully I can provide you an answer. As you do see, Robo facility just on the way up here, guys. We've been watching that Reaper a lot so far, but Robo's on the way up. I mean, we see otherwise a 3rd racks did come down from INnoVation, so he's going to play 3 racks open and starts up that stim pack nice and quickly. Reactor's on the way down. CC's on the natural as well, and I guess we'll see a gas coming up in the next few moments, as an attack will maybe be an issue for a moment here as the next 2 Marines come out. While Marine goes down, INnoVation doesn't really seem to care, doesn't even try and pull it backwards or micro or anything like that, as we are going to be seeing that Adeptos back away. You do mean the weekly's Acid. Yes, the WardiTV weekly is currently indefinitely suspended. We just don't have the money to run the WardiTV weekly anymore because we lost our Match Arena. Match Arena wouldn't give us coupon codes anymore, and that was putting in half of the money every week for the WardiTV weekly. So we are probably not going to be doing a WardiTV weekly anymore, at least for the foreseeable future. I am talking to a couple of people to try and get it back on track, to try and get some sponsorship for the weekly, to try and team up and maybe like do it with, I was talking to Naruto from Take TV, and maybe they can help join in and we make like a joint weekly event. But right now the WardiTV weeklies no longer exist because we just lost funding, unfortunately. Bit of a shame, but we're hoping to bring them back. Like, I want to put something on. I mean, I love running the weekly, so there's probably going to be something, but as of right now the weekly is currently unfunded. Anyways, a Forge coming down in the natural expansion, the Robo Bay comes up in the main base. You see this Reaper coming around and getting a little bit of damage done, bouncing those probes all over the place. We'll see the Stalkers coming through and does get that Reaper kill. A few Marines and Marauders coming over. Obviously this was 3 racks, so he does have quite a few units to kind of push forwards with here. As he pushes in towards the natural, we're not going to be having the setup here. I mean, this one sentry has 1 force field. Other than that, the shield battery is just finished. I think the shield battery is just so important here. I think it's the big difference maker. INnoVation isn't even interested in looking in towards the natural. He's just scouting around. He's going to see the lack of a 3rd base, and I think that's going to be just fine for him at the moment. So, yeah, nice scan, catches an observer out to the left-hand side. That's a really nice pickup here. those Colossus out, and that's kind of Dia's kind of sign to just sort of be, okay, you know, this game's going okay for me, I've got my Colossus out, I can defend now. And this attack up the ramp from INnoVation is kind of weird, because he doesn't really lose anything, but he also doesn't really kill anything. A couple of probes, doesn't get the Colossus, doesn't get the sentry even, and the 2 probes just surviving there at the end. +1 attack on the way up from INnoVation. His +1 attack also started from the Forge of Dia. Still sticking to the 2 bases right now. 3 more gates finishing up. He's already on 3, so it's 6 gates. I mean, it's the sort of gateway number where you'd want to take a 3rd base from, otherwise it's going to be a bit too base all-in-y. So, yeah, we'll see what he does. I mean, he might just get aggressive with the Colossus. He already has 2 of them on the map. We'll see what INnoVation is going to try and look to do with this. We do see that Marine going down to the right-hand side, and the Nexus is going to drop down here from Dia in the next couple of moments. So Nexus drops down, we do see again these extra gateways are going to be finishing up in a moment or two. Warp Prism is on the way out, and well, again, I mean, I get worried about this Warp Prism for INnoVation, because if he just pushes across the map to you, I still feel 2 Colossus this early in the game is so difficult to deal with. Let's see what's going to happen, as we do have the Bio for now just sat on the ramp. It doesn't, again, really feel as though there's very much here for INnoVation at all to deal with 2 Colossus. Now the extended thermal lance is finished, +1 attack's going to be finishing during this fight as well. I am worried, I'm concerned. The Warp Prism is here, so a few more Stalkers warp in. There's just nothing, it's not even a bunker. INnoVation just sat back on 2 bases, 5 racks of production. How does he fight this? Well, we're about to find out. It's now or never for INnoVation if he wants to defend this. Goes back for a moment or two, maybe just waiting for his own +1 attack to finish up here. Those Colossus can just pick away from a distance, of course, and that means that INnoVation is already in a little bit of trouble here. See a factory flying overhead, that's just going to fall straight down, doesn't do anything. 2 more Stalkers warp in. +1 is a few seconds away. This is INnoVation's moment. The force fields come down. And that might be a disengagement from INnoVation, who's looking to just pull SCVs into this fight. His first 2 Vikings have shown up now. They're going to try and start targeting down Colossus. Gets a couple of shots off already. Unfortunately, he was targeting the Colossus, which was higher on health, so he's actually got both Colossus just kind of without shields now, so it means that both of them are still around dealing damage, and I think you can just see that even as these Colossus start to go down, Dia is going to say, ha! I actually don't know what it means at all. He's actually going to somehow, well, actually they're both going to clean each other up, wow. INnoVation down 20 workers though, will he really fight back from this? Actually, I'm really not too sure. You see these couple of bio units continue to chase forward. A Stalker going down, another one being chased as well. It's going to be seeing the couple of Stalkers getting picked off. So, wow, INnoVation actually chases everything down, but he's down 20 workers on against a 3rd base. Surely there's no way this actually works out. I didn't actually see the Warp Prism die, did you guys? Like, I know in the castle the opposite, like, I didn't see the Warp Prism die, which is what really threw me, because I just sort of thought there was going to be another wave of units and that was it for INnoVation, but I really have no answer to that, to where the Warp Prism went. I think it just went down during the fight, obviously, but I didn't see what targeted it. The Vikings? Did they target it instead of the Colossus? It just seemed to disappear so quickly. Anyways, Disruptor's on the way now from Dia to try and help him with some sort of kind of, well, just splash damage while he gets his Colossus count back up, or if he gets his Colossus count back up. Obviously, Disruptors take the place of Colossus for the moment, and they take the production space of Colossus as well for the moment, too. I realize it's going to be seeing a few of these Marauders and Marines just gathering up together, jump into the medevacs, and they're going to come through the south side of the map. Just have a little bit of a look to see what they can get up to. So they're going to come along here. We do see the blink upgrade from Dia's being chrono boosted as well, about halfway done. +1 armor is about to finish up too. Vikings just actually chasing this Warp Prism around, so Warp Prism takes a few shots of damage. A lot of bio coming across. I mean, INnoVation's got an army supply, you know, he's got an army to fight with, and I think he's going to go for it, so let's see what he can do. See if he can just make something happen here in the next couple moments. Just before we get into this Wicked 25, thank you so much for the cheer 170 in the chat. Thank you so much for the 170 bits, appreciate the support. Let's see what INnoVation can do though. Right now he sieges up those Liberators. The first disruptor shot for Marines. Second disruptor shot is on the order and a few more Marines. It's definitely not the start that INnoVation wanted. He needed those disruptors to do absolutely nothing. There's another disruptor available. In fact, 2 more disruptors already available, plus the other ones are coming off cooldown. Those disruptors force the bio back. It lets the Stalkers push in towards the Liberators, and INnoVation is just going to be so heavily overrun here that there's surely just no way this works out. Is there really only one disruptor left? Did they all die? Wow. I mean, INnoVation really tries to make something out of this, but in the end here, it's going to be able to take game number 1 of the best of 5. Let me just double check the game is on screen, because we are just on a single screen today because I'm working off my laptop. So I just have to be very careful about that. I just don't want to make any mistakes like we did earlier. And we can go from here. Top left hand side, our right Terran player is INnoVation, playing against the blue Protoss bottom right Deer. Wardy, what is the silver robot to the bottom right of you? The silver robot is my microphone. That's what I'm casting with today. What's that silver robot? No, that's what I was going to say. Inno being salty. I don't think Inno's being salty. I think these guys are just having a bit of a laugh with each other. They were kind of joking around in the lobby before the game as well, so I wouldn't take anything they say too seriously, guys. Believe it or not, these Koreans have some personality. Wardy's hair's a bit messed up in the back. It's because I haven't had a shower today, guys, because I woke up at 6:45 AM to cast this, so I just woke up and turned the stream on, you know? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't do my hair properly for the stream, what can I say? That flight plan sounds inefficient. Well, it's much more efficient to fly to New York for vacation then back out to Austin than it is to fly to England and then back out to Austin, you know? So, yeah, my idea is to stay in New York for vacation. I'm going to go to Philadelphia as well and see some friends. It just works out cheaper, like, you know, my flights for Vancouver were covered by base trade, so yeah, it just works out better. I wanted to go to Austin, I wanted to go to Vancouver. I'd rather do this rather than flying back and forth within a week or something, so yeah. Anyways, enough about all of that, enough about my hair. I don't know why everyone's so... You know, I don't wear a headset, you know, this is what, you know, believe it or not, guys, this is what I look like normally. Like, well, not like this, usually my hair's a bit nicer, but I don't wear a headset on cast a couple of days, and suddenly the major topic in stream is Wardy's hair. It's insane. It's insane. Anyways, we get this, ready to rumble, ready to party. And we look to see how this TvP is setting up. Already INnoVation with a bit of a different opener this time. He goes for the reacted Cyclones, which will be followed by 2 Hellions as well. Throws down the starport behind this. So 2 Cyclones into the 2 Hellions allows him to apply a little bit of early game pressure. Against an Oracle, this should kind of... It should work out. You know, Cyclones can definitely deal with the Oracle. As we are going to be seeing the Oracle popping out in a moment or two. And Cyclones will also chase the Adept away, although we're already shading. Adept is going to be able to survive. So Adept gets out of there alive, and again, the 2 Cyclones starting to make their way across towards the bottom side of the map. A couple of Hellions just on their way up as well. 2 Gateways also on the way right now from Deer. And we're just going to be seeing the couple of Cyclones from INnoVation. Well, can they really do much? The Oracle is kept at home to help deal with this, and we can see the shield battery, the wall off kind of coming through. As the Cyclones arrive, we are going to be seeing those few Adepts are just going to be trying to come forwards. INnoVation with a Cloak Banshee behind this. This is actually a build, hey, this is actually a build I wrote a little bit about. If you guys want to go check out my guide on this build order, you guys can on Icy Veins. Icy Veins is a big, as these Cyclones actually go down to the Oracles. Icy Veins is actually a big website for other Blizzard games, and I'm starting to write StarCraft content for them. I've got 9 Terran build orders up on there right now. I'm starting Protoss build orders this week, so if you want to check it out, this TvP build is actually on that on the website. If you type in !guides or something in the chat, I think it actually shows up with a link. Anyways, check it out. A couple of Widowmines here to start dealing with the Oracles, though. 5 workers going down, and we are just going to be seeing the first Cloak Banshee is out. Well, not cloaked yet, but it is a Banshee. Second Banshee on its way. Robo starts because, well, the Oracle gets to see that this is coming, so he knows what's up. And this first Oracle actually finds the Banshee. INnoVation's just going to start pulling it back home. It's just pulling it back for the moment. Awesome. Just going to be seeing the Banshee coming back up to the top side, and again a couple of Oracles of Deer coming down towards the bottom right. See what else he can get going with this, as obviously he just wants to kind of, again, have them around, maybe revelate the Banshees maybe the couple of Hellions are still out, he wants to make sure you can shut those down easily. Either way, he's definitely not pulling them across the map. And what INnoVation likes to do after this setup is he likes to play the 5 racks. I mean, we've kind of seen it today already. He likes to play 5 racks rather than 3rd CC. I think this is going to be another example of him playing 5 racks. with a Widowmine based follow-up in general. So we'll see how it goes, we'll see exactly what he does. But for now, Dia, it's a good initial defense from Dia. You know, he doesn't lose too many workers. The third Nexus now on the way up for him. He's got the Robo Bay coming through as well. And he's continuing to set up into this. Also, by the way, thank you so much. I saw a donation come through on my PayPal, but I can't see the name or any of the rest of it until I get out of game. So if you did just send in a donation, thank you so much. I'm gonna be reading you out after this game. I'll get you caught up. Just wanted to say thank you in advance and that you're not forgotten. It's just I'm only on one screen, so I don't have my usual dashboard and stuff open and able to see during game. So for now, just 3 racks, and there is the 4th and 5th build on the low ground. So 5 racks play, a couple of Widowmines on the way out, and we are going to be seeing INnoVation just setting up here to try and again go for the 2 base. But Colossus already on the way up from Dia is looking a little bit scary. And Colossus pretty much always look a little bit scary, right? So Colossus coming through, a few extra gates coming down in the main. The first Banshee shows up in the main, but a shield battery in location means a very limited amount of damage really going to be achieved. And so he just backs away. The natural actually does have an opening where you could get a few probes because they're not next to the shield battery. INnoVation backs away, comes back in, just down the side, still cloaked up, still heading away. Difficult for Dia to know where that Banshee's meant to be at the moment because he hasn't really had much of a chance to see it for a moment. I like this. He's actually going to come in with the second Banshee at the same time, so he is finally going to get some damage done. And this brings these Oracles and Phoenix out of position. He actually runs through the Observer there, so this Oracle is going to get the revelation off. The Banshee is in the corner. He will head towards the natural now. Maybe could have been done that a little bit sooner here, as we do see the drops towards the main. So INnoVation really trying to work wonders here to make something happen, to get enough of a lead to make the 5 racks follow-up work. This Banshee gets revelated and shut down instantly. So again, I feel like this Banshee could have come in a bit sooner when this Banshee hit the 3rd base. You know, pulling units out of position is something that, you know, this definitely was starting to do. Anyways, drop into the main. A few Zealots warping in there actually. The drop actually turns away. INnoVation isn't interested in it. Starting to send his units across the map. He sends a few Widowmines to the right hand side. The rest of his army heads to the left. He's getting ready to start being aggressive, but I'm just again worried. How do you fight against a Colossus-based playstyle with Marine Marauder Widowmine? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can, as we are going to be seeing the Phoenix coming in, lifting up a Widowmine here, and we are going to see the rest of the units still just moving around. Just getting this rest of this buy again set to go, and we are going to be seeing the units revelated here. And here we go, he's going to start coming into this. He's going to drop the Widowmines on top, so that's his plan. Widowmines get set off into a stasis. Phoenix do a good job lifting. Honestly, the stasis was really good here. One Colossus gets low. Some Widowmines still left over. They're splashing onto some Zealots as they try and run forward. The Oracles and Phoenix taking some more damage too, but Dia has too much. INnoVation's building up a 3rd CC behind this, but it just isn't really working at the moment. Dia's just, I mean, this Colossus opening from Dia is just so safe, it's so secure. It works very well. He defended the early aggression well as well, of course, and that does follow through. And, you know, INnoVation also committed into the Cloaked Banshees, which also didn't really get enough done. And so all of that combined is really just bringing this into a game where Dia is very much so looking as though he's heading towards being the victor of it, looking to be a 2-0 lead in this series. So he's going to work his way through those rocks, and INnoVation is going to have to change things up to go into game number 3. Because right now, his 2 bases, his aggression, it's just not working out. I'm going to see these medevacs lifting up. One medevac goes down, and the second, and the third. Well, that's GG. Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. GG is called, and that's going to be Dia taking game number 2. Up. Let's go in and see if Dia can close this out, or if there's going to be a return of Terran. To the bottom right hand side, our red Protoss player is nobody because he's not red. I'm just done. Bottom right hand side, our blue Protoss player is Dia. And to the top left hand side, our red Terran is INnoVation. Game 3 of the best of 5. Dia's on match and tournament point. $300 to win this today, $100 for 2nd place. So let's see what's going to happen. Again, thank you so much to Nukemore for the donation. Guys, you can blame Mana for pinging me on Skype. My Skype's very weird on this PC. I can't shut Skype, and it keeps putting me on available instead of busy, so sometimes my Skype makes noises. Apologies for that. if you got tricked. I just want to say thank you again to Nuke Wolf for $20 for saying, the way I look at it, the $20 is a trip to a movie theater and there's nothing good this week, so let Wardy have it. Thank you, man. Do appreciate the support. Goes a long way to letting us keep on cracking out the StarCraft. Alright, so, game 3. And we're going to be seeing what's up, seeing what's happening. And you just see the Reaper showing up and getting in there for a probe kill right away. I think these guys are having a little bit of a meme with each other at the moment here, so I don't know what they keep saying, but they keep saying something. What's that? It means like cause? I don't know how to say it. Anyways, we just wait to see how this game develops over the next couple moments, and wouldn't mind on the way out. Starport coming through, INnoVation trying a bit of a different build here once again from the 3 racks in game number 1. Game number 2 was that sort of, well, you know, the Cloak Banshee into 5 racks play. This game's going to be a Widowmine opening with a Viking, super defensive against the Stargate, which is what this is. Obviously, INnoVation is just sort of saying, you know what, let's just try and stay safe. He's already gotten a kill on a Adept with the Widowmine initially. Now we do have that Reaper back into the main. He's going to go for the probe. He gets a second one. INnoVation types the exact same thing, which we still don't know what it means. As we are going to see this Oracle coming along, we're going to see what else is happening. You can close Skype in the taskbar. Dude, do you think I didn't try to close Skype in my taskbar? Do you think I'm that fucking brain dead? Come on. For some reason, Skype continues to run off screen on this laptop, no matter how I try to close it, and then sometimes when I get a message, it just beeps. Because I've had other messages this stream and it didn't beep. This one it beeped. It just sort of decided to show up. So yeah. I don't know. Skype on this laptop's really weird. It's like the Skype app thing. It's like, really, you know. It's like, really, let's just be annoying. As you do see, Widowmine chased away by these couple of Adepts. So Widowmine gets shut down. I mean, otherwise, 3 Oracles actually is obviously a little bit different. And as you do see them off over to the left-hand side here, so Widowmine is just moving over to the side and seeing what else is going. We are going to have a Forge and Twilight Council on the way up in the back of the Natural. And we are just going to be having the Stim Pack and the +1 weapon upgrade coming on through here too. Sentry on the way up, and you do see the Oracle's just going to dive in towards the main base. A couple of SCVs going down. I mean, this is the thing with triple Oracle, right? It's just going to get so much damage done so quickly. The Widowmine's obviously on in position at the moment. Well, this Viking is obviously helping, but god, so much damage being done. 7 workers killed. He got himself a Marine or 2 as well. Really good way to get things going. Just going to be seeing 7 workers killed, and again, these couple Oracles just coming down to the south side. And we're just going to be seeing what's going. You know what, OG Mr. Grumpy Girls, why don't you just not come back to the channel? You know, last week you were bitching about mods when you were the one causing all of the fucking issues, and this week you're just trying to be a bit of a dick, so why don't you just shut up? Don't come back. You try to pretend you're going to support the channel, you're like, well, the mods have upset me, so I'm not going to resubscribe, when someone gifted you a sub anyway. So honestly, I don't even know what to tell you. Just don't come back. I'm sick of seeing you just coming into the chat and bitching at me every fucking stream. Bye bye. See you later. Or maybe not. +1 attack, blink on the way up here from Deer. A few gateways coming through as well, and we're just going to be seeing this free base play. Getting set and ready to go. Stim Pack, combat shields, and +1 all coming through right now. And we are just going to be seeing another couple of Marines on the way up. Robo Facility finishing up, of course. Yeah, I mean, in general, INnoVation just getting shut down all over the place. Phoenix intercepting these medevacs. And well, okay, they can drop and kill the Stargate. Do you need the Stargate right now? Not really. So we're just going to see the Stargate getting picked off. The medevacs, I mean, they could lift up in here. Of course, they can't really because the Stalkers are there. So they'd be able to just push that away just like that. So combat shield's about to finish up, and we are just going to be seeing the Observer and popping out and stuff like that. So this sort of stage is going to be seeing INnoVation is just really kind of at a loss. I feel everything he's just trying isn't quite working out. We're going to see this 3rd CC is on the way up as well. And 2 medevacs are going to jump in towards the main base and try and do a little bit more. But the Stalkers, they're a little bit out of position, I guess, but they come back in and blinks backwards, has the Zards there to tank a little bit. He's got rid of one of the medevacs. Oracle's coming in too. This is INnoVation actually getting a little bit of damage done. We're not going to see another couple of Stalkers just warping in right here, so a couple more Stalkers warping in, continue to fight this at the moment. We are going to be seeing these units continue to fight, and INnoVation is going to come out ahead. At the same time, he's in the natural expansion, a drop getting a lot of workers as well. He's going to maybe get the Robo. There is a couple of Widow Mines still available. Nice Blink Micro. The second Widow Mine actually does get that Stalker in the end. The Immortal goes down, the Robo survives at least, which is something. And we are going to be seeing the Biogun drop down behind the third base instead now. Again, a few more pros just disappearing. Stalker getting shut down, runs into a stasis ward, gets trapped right there. We're going to be seeing these sentries finally cleaned up in the main base. INnoVation finds some damage. That's what he needs. Very nicely done. Thank you very much, by the way, Giraffe, who comes in with the 9-month resub. What should we name the baby? Tell you what, dude, I'm feeling such a good mood. You can name the baby. Pick whatever you want. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to veto anything. You can name it however you like. Thank you so much for the 9-month resub. Do appreciate the support. You see Dia just pushing away. You have another couple of Bayou units. Man, this game really didn't feel like it was going well for INnoVation at all, and suddenly these couple of drops did so much damage. Very nicely done. +1 armor about to finish up here. Going to make this 1-1 again. Soon to be 1-1 from Dia as well. Charge starts up on the Twilight Council as well, so that gets going. Liberator 2 continue to come on out as well. Woo-ho-ho! Probes going down in the main base. The mine's going off. We're orders here too. Okay, INnoVation. The drop plays just worked. I'm so surprised because Dia had units in position. You know, the Stalkers were in the main. They were a bit off to the side for a moment, and suddenly everything started to fall apart. You see the Marauders coming back in, fighting against a few more Stalkers. And there's obviously the Stalkers just trying to shut this down. We are going to be seeing that INnoVation. It's just going to keep on counting away. He's actually have another attack coming across just here. He still has a Widow Mine in the back as well to be used. It's 4 probes. Stalkers blink in, they'll kill the last few units. 6 workers killed. INnoVation traded so well against the Stalkers as well. And now, coming up the right hand side, we're going to see those medevacs getting out of there once again. More bio gathering up. The Liberator setting up too. And we're just going to wait to see what's next. Fusion Core, second starport. Looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit of ranged Liberator action for ourselves here in this game number 3. There's INnoVation. He's fighting back. He's looking to try and, well, he's looking to try and make this a game number 4 in the best of 5 series. He's down 0-2. Obviously, doesn't want to give up the $200 extra for first place this easily. Going to try and win 3 in a row. A couple of Oracles and a Phoenix off to the left side. We'll be having a couple of Stasis Wards here to try and slow INnoVation down. And a good Stasis Ward or 2 could have the difference in this game. There's the first one. It's not an amazing Stasis Ward. The second one is actually in vision of the scan, so you can just straight up kill that second one here. No real splash damage in this army of Deer at the moment. It's just Stalkers, Zealots, and Immortals. A few Sentries mixed in as well, of course. Well, let's see how this goes. There's no drop or anything towards the main, so actually it's not a bad fight, I don't think, for Dia to take. Gets rid of a few units initially. These units are about to pop out now, and he's going to get rid of those pretty quick. INnoVation tried to target down a Sentry or so, I think, during that fight, but everything just died so quickly, didn't really do much at all. Got its shields down. That was about it. Stalkers blink forwards and towards a bit more bio. You need to be careful because you can't lose too many Stalkers, otherwise dealing with the Liberators is going to become very, very difficult. Dia is on 43 probes. He isn't rebuilding probes, it's +2 finishes. This is his all-in counter push to try and win the game here and now. If INnoVation just defends, then this is it, it's game over. And all he has to do to defend, really, is just to, you know, pull SCVs, do whatever. I mean, you lose 20 workers here, you're still ahead in the worker count, with mules on the table, with a 4th base. As long as you survive right now, you're going to be good. Stasis Ward sets up, well, DS starts +3 attack. I can't imagine a world in which +3 attack is actually going to come into play here. You know, maybe he survives long enough to put it to use, but I can't imagine he's in a good enough position, because again, he didn't rebuild his probes. 43 workers. Nice force fields here. I mean, again, the fight right now is what I think Dia has going for him, if anything. Kills off the medevac, which lifted up a couple of Marauders. That was nicely done. So you see these force fields continue to come on down. 4th base. Running away from INnoVation. Dia begins to back away, so Dia's kind of just done for the moment, it seems. He's kind of just like, okay, I'm going to tap out of this one. As we are going to be seeing another couple of Stalkers just currently warping in. There's a couple more Stalkers warping in right now. Dark Shrine starts up in the main. And we are going to be seeing these Stalkers blinking forwards, going for the Orbital Command Center. He's going to get the 3rd base. No, come on, you have to get it. You have to commit there, but actually he's committed way too far forwards. And this is the sort of fight where it's just sort of like INnoVation is... Well, I think Dia's just sort of given up a little bit. Game called, and INnoVation takes game 3 of the series. And for even more StarCraft, do check out youtube.com/WardiTV. 2 to 3 uploads a day. Actually, right now it's 3 uploads a day, and we've got uploads planned until at least the middle of June. So we've got a lot of YouTube coming up. do check that out. We've got some really great games on there. Previous Kung Fu Cups, if you didn't see them. We've had some great games. Definitely check that out as we get ready to go into game number... game number 4. To the top right hand side, our red Protoss player is Deer, and to the bottom left hand side, our blue Terran player is INnoVation. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, give me a quick moment, guys. I just have to block someone who's PMing me on Twitch. It's popping up on my Twitch, on my phone, because I've got Twitch chat open on my phone. So, it was getting a little bit annoying. Alright! So, getting into this barracks. I'm going to see this proxy play here from INnoVation with the Reaper to start things out. We'll see what this follows up into. You know, a lot of the time the proxy Reaper can lead in towards a, proxy starport as well. He's actually going to build a bunker at the front here. Ooh, that's cute. Because he actually has some space to work with here, where as he can try to reset the SCV, goes to the other side. The probe can't hit it at the moment. Oh, ho, ho, he's actually in an unhittable position. That's so disgusting. Man, SCVs are dirty. Zealot pops out though, and it's going to buy a little bit of time, I guess, in the end. Doesn't really do too much. Nexus now comes down. Factory will just build at home from INnoVation. This is seen by this probe as an SCV pulls off the gas to kind of deal with that. Has some Vespene in his hand. That would be cool if you had Vespene gas in your hand, and then you'd be able to... I think with Vespene gas in your hand, you should be able to do double damage as an SCV. You just whack them over the head with the gas, poison them or something. Because I'm pretty, force feeding the Vespene gas. Because I'm pretty sure eating gas can't be good, right? That'd be amazing. Anyways, we are just going to be seeing the Zealot just chasing down this Reaper, and we are just going to be seeing the well, he chases it down, but very slowly. Reaper's actually going to get the kill on the Zealot. What was built behind this? Well, there's another Reaper at the front, and there was a bunker that actually finished building, so he gets a Reaper into the bunker. Now this Reaper over here is still kiting around in the main. Gets a second probe kill now in the recent time. He's actually on 4 kills total. That's 1 Zealot and 3 probes. Oh, run Reaper, run. He is actually going to get away. He's got a Marine in here as well. What does he kill? The Cybercore? Do you kill the Cybercore before Warp Gate, or is that just not the plan? Is the plan just to distract to let these Reapers do damage? Because he jumps back into the main base with the Reapers right now, so coming forward, we're going to see a grenade going down, trying to actually push the Stalker away. Actually, that's a good grenade, and this time he is going to be able to get another probe kill because of that, and he'll go maybe for one more. Does he just come back to the low ground? This bunker eventually going to go down to a couple of Marines inside, and he's just been fighting a pylon. Shield battery is going to bring it back up to health though, and all together, this aggression of INnoVation starting to die for a little bit, although about to be backed up by a Cyclone. And the shield battery is now out of energy, right? Because he's used the shield battery to heal up the pylon. So actually, the shield Cyclone, I mean, on its own, I just don't think it can quite do enough, which would have been a little bit nicer. Well, just going to be seeing this Cyclone heading back home, and we do see no expansion from INnoVation going into the one base Cloak Banshee at the moment. He has the minerals soon for an expansion, but he builds a siege tank instead. Apparently INnoVation saying that Protoss is in there. Well, there you go. It's official, guys. If INnoVation says so, can't not be true. Yes, and haha, so the Chinese casters. Finally, the command center coming on down here. As Deer is in a pristine position. 6 workers ahead. The CC from INnoVation is so late. This Cloak Banshee has to do so much damage to be able to keep him in this game. I mean, if he doesn't do like 10 plus workers damage with this Banshee, I think this is pretty much completely over. So, well, let's see what's going to go down as you do see this Banshee coming on over to the right hand side. I mean, the Robo's on its way up, the Observer's on its way out, and it kind of feels like INnoVation is just about to fly into a bit of an unfortunate moment where this Observer is perfectly timed basically to deal with this. So again, his CC is only halfway done, so his natural is still quite a way off. As the Observer, Banshee comes in, 1 kill, gets 2 maybe. I mean, that's a good start at least, something. The Observer's out of position, the Stalker's too, so he'll get some more kills in the main. It's not really because of the Cloak though, it's simply because the Stalker's out of position. There's nothing to actually fight against that Banshee super effectively. 4 workers down, the Observer here to chase, but the Banshee actually gets out alive, so in fairness, 4 workers, Banshee alive still is not bad. A second Banshee coming in now starts to drag those Stalkers in different directions. That actually becomes a potential for even more damage, of course. So The second observer would be really nice. He actually does have one. He is in the natural too, so he's actually set up nicely to deal with the second Banshee. The multi-pronged potential here. And that's coming in. He has to pick his SCVs or his probes carefully here too, because he has to make sure they're not in range of the shield battery, which could of course just minimize the amount of damage he actually gets done. Trying to come back into the main, but 3 Stalkers and the Observer. And again, INnoVation just being pushed away, although Drugsby's out of position. Man, INnoVation's so good. Just the way he's moving these Banshees in and out to maximize damage output. 4 more workers killed. Well, okay, here you go. I said he needs 10 workers. He's on 9. Yeah, he's on 9. He's still a little bit behind, but it's not as bad as it was. At least now he's getting the natural up and running. What else is building though? Colossus on the way, and that's, I guess, one of the issues too. If the Colossus is already on the way, can INnoVation really survive into the macro game with those? The fact he kept both these Banshees alive is insane, by the way. Like, oh, there was one of them did die. Sorry, that's a third Banshee. Apologies, my bad. But still pretty sick, I think. Still pretty sick. Well, I feel like if you just follow the macro, like one Banshee was on the left-hand side and the other Banshee was on the right-hand side. This was really cute, as you do see the Cyclone locks onto an Observer, does get the kill thanks to the Raven. That's a nice pick-off, just slows up the Robo facility just a little bit. Obviously Observer is important if there's Cloak Banshees on the field. Tank's going to sit here defensively, as INnoVation does have a third CC as well, so he's gone up to triple command center in order to be able to take his third base ASAP to try and get back in the game. This does delay his tech. It does mean that Colossus are going to be on the field and he's going to have zero answer for it at all for a little while. So that's going to be a little bit concerning, because right now a second Colossus is popping, the Warp Prism on the way, and I kind of get that feeling that we're going to see a similar push to what we saw in game number 1, where Dia ended up kind of coming across the map with the 2 Colossi and the Warp Prism, and there just wasn't really a way for INnoVation to stop it, like, at all. And I mean, like, at all. Then she comes in behind the mineral line and getting another couple of pro kills. Then she escapes down the right side, and it's going to be seeing these tanks of INnoVation gathering up together. Again, I mean, it's going to be a good coverage of his free bases, so it's going to be difficult to push in here as the Protoss against those siege tanks, which are just set up so defensively. Guys, I do see this lag. It is just in-game lag that I'm experiencing. I know you guys are seeing it on the stream as well, but it's probably going to pass in the next 20 seconds or so. That's what happened earlier. Alright, well, as Dia comes across the map, I think one thing INnoVation can really hope for now is an overcommitment of Dia into this, and then just hope the tanks are enough. Like, I know that sounds like a really silly way to say things, but like, if he just hopes the tanks are enough, maybe you can make it work. There's just no anti-air here for the Colossus. I guess maybe you can rely on the siege tanks, but if they're not sieged up, then it's probably not going to work out too well. Cyclone does lock on towards the Warp Prism, but well, Dia just disengages. A scan from INnoVation keeps track of this army as it comes back away to the left-hand side. And INnoVation did a good job to get back into the game a little bit. He is going to have to deal with this Protoss army coming forwards, though, and actually INnoVation didn't realize that this army is coming forwards instead of going home. Is INnoVation just going to try and base trade this? Of course, I mean, base trades against Protoss nowadays are terrible because, you know, compared to before, because if the Protoss starts to do some damage and kills the base, then recalls, they can save their base if they have the upper hand in the timing on the base trade. So I don't think INnoVation should continue across the map, and he did turn back around. I think it's probably the best decision for him, because again, the recall is just so good in those sort of scenarios, and even right now, you can just recall out of here as Dia, and you've done a good amount of damage, and yeah, you can just sort of get out, although actually that's a little bit concerning, because this orbital lives, so the Colossus are in trouble. The Warp Prism is Interference Matrix, as for the Colossus for a little while, so Dia loses everything. Never got the chance to recall there, in the end kind of ended up a bit surrounded in a very weird way. He did some damage, but he lost some army, which maybe gives INnoVation now the chance to push across and to do something. I think INnoVation is really, it's weird because he's on free bases, but he's really committed to this attack, because where's the +1 armor? Where's the armor? You know, where's the follow-up to this right now, beyond what's currently happening? As we do see this Banshee leading the charge here, and with a few tanks as well. I mean, in a good position, this army can get a lot done. But you need to be in a good position, you need to get the right engagement, and that's not going to be easy to find. Oh dear, well, that's a good start for INnoVation. Oh wow, Interference Matrix and the Disrupt as well, that's a very good start for INnoVation. 1 Colossus at the moment, wow, he lost his 2 Disruptors so quickly. This is problematic actually, these tanks are going to keep on pushing forwards, these tanks are going to keep on, well, being the real kind of cornerstone to this Terran army. Another Disruptor pops out, it was difficult for it to get in range. If that siege tank here, you can see it's going to reach just the edge of the army now, and INnoVation just stims away. At least he reaches the siege tank, so he is able to connect that there. Just going to be seeing this gateway, the cybernetics core going to get taken down, and we are going to see the bio. Just continuing to push forwards. A couple of liberators will siege up too. So liberators sieging, and again those tanks just pushing a little bit further forwards. Also, disruptors fire in, and we do see one cyclone taking a hit, a tank taking a hit as well. This bio is still pushing in towards the natural expansion here, and this is the moment from Dia. He stims on in. He's got charge as well for the zealots, but does he have enough? I kind of feel like he doesn't. These zealots are disappearing. There's still a tank or two alive. Another wave of zealots though, another disruptor. The Colossus is still alive in the back here. We're still dealing some damage. He actually lifts up with these bio units into the medevacs. Ooh, but another disruptor could make it difficult to drop back down. Dia has money. Oh man, this disruptor is actually completely zoned out by the Sim City. This Banshee's still alive on 6 kills right now. What is this Banshee doing? Disruptor actually nearly blew up its own cell. It's better that it got killed there than actually going off, I think. And there's Dia. He's out of options. INnoVation has turned it around, and he's going to take us to a 5th and final game of the series. Wow. Well, what can I say? We're going to a 5th game. INnoVation, I mean, I said INnoVation's hope was maybe that Dia overcommitted, and I think running right into the natural and not getting a recall off was a massive overcommitment, and that gave him enough of an advantage to then push across the map himself, and to obviously end up in this position he's in now. Units are gathering together outside the 3rd base. They're going to strike in a moment or two. INnoVation's just busy microing around in the main, trying to touch disruptors and just trade as best he can. And, yeah, just making the most out of these units. Again, the medevac's pushed away now. He stems in towards the 3rd base. Liberators siege up, and I think this is a very well-defined game right now in terms of what's going to end up happening. We're going to see one Colossus is supported by nothing. Well, a couple of disruptors too. And you never doubt the disruptors and what they can achieve, but that first disruptor goes off underneath the Liberators where there isn't any units at all, and that is it. GG, we're going to the 5th game. Well then guys, let's see what's happening in game 5 of this TvP between Dia and INnoVation 2-2. Hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you've enjoyed the stream, hit that follow button. If you've really enjoyed and you want to support further, do consider subscribing, donating, cheering, all the rest of it, which helps support the stream. Shout out to all the heroes of the stream who've subbed and donated and cheered so far. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate it. As we kick this off, guys, it's game 5 to the bottom right hand side of Dreamcatcher. This is INnoVation. And to the top left hand side, our blue Protoss is Dia. Wardy, how awake are you? I'm pretty awake. I woke up at 6:45 AM to come cast some Kung Fu Cup. Feels good, man. Feels non-degenerate. What can I say? Feels normal. I'm very excited because I'm going to see Mean Girls on Broadway tonight, and I mean, if you get to go see Mean Girls on Broadway, how could you ever be tired or not awake or excited? Gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. What a probably the best reason for coming to New York. Anyways. Let's go into this and see what's going to happen as we just wait for Game 5 to kind of get rolling in the early stages. INnoVation's brought some different builds out the last couple of games, in fairness. Although right now in this one we do see Dia's already coming across the map with this Zealot. So he's kind of looking as though he wants to kind of just come across here and, well, apply some pressure, you know, a Zealot initially, then in towards a Stalker probably. So Zealot Stalker push forwards in towards the natural. Well, let's see how it goes. As we do have this Zealot coming up the ramp, the command center building on the natural as well. And yeah, the Zealot gets the first kill. There you go. The Reaper's across the map, so the Reaper's not at home to defend, and Marines in a cycle on the way. You know, this delays the command center, but it definitely doesn't kill it. But still, delaying it is nice because the Stalker's now out as well. Actually, the Stalker can come across the map too, but honestly, as soon as the Cyclone's up here, I don't really see what else you can really do about this. As we see that Zealot continue to fight against the command center, and a couple of Marines do come forward, so they're going to work their way through that Zealot. So the Zealot taking a little bit of damage, and they are going to be going for a kill. Where's the Cyclone, man? Cyclone's going to save the day. There he is. 2 Stalkers in the Zealot. Cyclone says, no problem, guys, I got this. Let's go. Gets rid of the Zealot nice and quick. The Stalker's actually got a lot of damage with the Cyclone. Wow. Cyclones aren't as imbalanced as I thought they were. Anyways, a couple of robots actually going down because this Reaper's still around you, and all of this INnoVation, of course, is so good that he's still micro, and his Reaper gets 3 pro kills. That's a fantastic number, considering it's just 1 Reaper. And that really works fantastically, as you do see the couple of SCVs coming in, repairing that Cyclone up, and a few Marines just gathering together as well. So a few Marines just gathering on up, and we're going to be seeing Stalker on the way out. Blink is on its way too. We do have this Banshee from INnoVation currently coming up as well. Can be about halfway done in the next few moments. So Banshee going to be about halfway done, and we're going to see again just these couple of gateways coming on down here from Dia. Robo facility also currently building. What's up, Gnoi? 000 cheer 15 in the chat. Thank you so much for the 15 bits. Do appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Siege Tank and a Banshee on the way out as well from INnoVation right now, as you see. He loves this Cloak Banshee, it's insane. How often do you see a Terran player go Cloak Banshees this many games in a series? Plus he was doing it earlier in TvP. Wow, he's so reliant on the Cloak Banshees at the moment. That's really crazy. That's really crazy, I feel. Like, to build it this much? Third Nexus comes down here from Dia. The Robo facility is going to be just about on time to get an observer out. Maybe a bit late. You know, maybe there's going to be 5 seconds or so where there's no detection here. So if INnoVation goes straight in with the Banshee, you might be able to get a few kills before the observer's out. There isn't anything in the main base either. The Stalkers are all in the naturals. So we will pick up a couple of probes so far. 1, 2. You'll get his 3rd one now as well. There is the observer. You'll get his 4th probe as he exits, and you'll realize there's an observer here. So he's just going to keep the Banshee alive. We saw what he could do with 2 Banshees, but the other thing is, he's pushing forward with a Cyclone, a Siege Tank, and a few Marines, so he is going for it right now. He's going to push on in, and he's going to get himself a pylon to begin with, and, well, that Nexus might be in some trouble too. Just going to be seeing the tank is not going to be able to do much more as the Stalkers blink away. This Nexus on the 3rd base is starting to go on down, so Nexus is going to fall, and the Banshee's still just sat to the side, ready to come back into the main if too many units come over towards the 3rd base. Banshee just going to come up behind the Marines, and it's going to be a bit of a push at the front now. He actually blinks on top of the Siege Tank, which means the Marines and the Cyclone get a lot of damage done, because the Stalker can't kite away defensively in that scenario. This poor Banshee is getting quite a bit done as well. There is an observer nearby, right? It must be. Surely. Meanwhile, there is a Banshee in the main base, but it's actually fighting an assimilator. It's not really doing as much as it maybe should be. The observer finally comes back in, a tank from the distance is going to get a couple more Stalker kills. Can't actually quite fight at the end. These 2 Marines kill another Stalker. That's kind of funny. Eventually, this last Stalker is just going to survive. This Banshee again maybe could have got another couple of probes. I mean, most of them pulled away, but there was the chance, I think, for another couple to kind of show up and do some bits and pieces. Well, INnoVation, the main thing was he got rid of the 3rd base, right? And that definitely is important. He traded fairly well against the Stalkers too. Just going to have the Banshee up the top side, and you do see this Nexus coming down here once again. Find another couple bits coming in. Kirshen with the Cheer 1, Gnoi with the Cheer 100, thank you so much, and also I'm Rakit with the Cheer 100 as well. Thank you for the bits, guys. Do appreciate the support, do appreciate the love. Shield battery keeping probes alive at the moment, but not for much longer as it's out of energy. You see this Banshee again just finding a location where, you know, the observer is not. INnoVation is just so good at finding these openings, and just kind of, he's not finding these openings, he's creating these openings. He's caused chaos in the game to the point where suddenly the observer's just all over the place, but not where they need to be. You know, finally he gets some units in position, but another 6 workers down, and INnoVation's taking a worker lead. His 3rd CC is getting ready to go. He's got a good tank count to work with as well. It looks as though INnoVation is in this position where, well, I definitely would say he's taking a bit of a lead at the moment. These Banshees have been incredible. It's just crazy what a great player can do with a unit as simple as the Banshee. You know, a unit which people use all day, every day. This is really just something crazy. Another couple of tanks do siege up here as this Banshee from INnoVation just sets up on the left hand side. You can see this observer is coming out as well. We just see the 1-1 upgrades currently coming through here for our Protoss player. Charge also on the way up. I mean, okay, Dia is getting a setup going for himself. Some Stalker should blink away. Get out of there! 3rd base comes down for INnoVation. I mean, the 3rd base coming down means it's going to start mining around the time this 3rd base started mining as well, out of Dia. So Dia's able to start getting that going, and we're just going to be seeing those units of INnoVation sat at the front. What's up, I'm Rakit. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub in the chat. Welcome back to the Wardy family. Sorry to see your sub streak ended at some point, but good to see you back. Whether that ended just accidentally or whatever, just, you know what I mean. Good to see you back, is what I was just trying to say, but apparently I have to make everything I say awkward. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub, I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Stim Combat, +1, concuss of all of the upgrades from INnoVation now. He starts to push across. He pushes with a 30 army supply advantage. He is down on upgrades, but I kind of get the feeling with this many tanks, it's difficult to defend as deer. I mean, if these tanks siege up, I just don't know what you do. What do? Blink into the tanks before they siege? The bio's going to wreck your stalkers. Fourth base from INnoVation builds in location. Yes, here we go. A couple of tanks going to siege on this side, and actually that means that they don't quite reach the third base, but they kind of cover this area between the third base and the army, so if units do run in, the tanks will be there to support it. You can see it now already started to fire away, and well, I think third nexus is going down, so Dia has to commit, because he knows he can't go without it. The anti-armor missile hits the important units here, the Immortal and all the rest of it, and it looks as though that's going to be just about it, as INnoVation's typing something out. He drops himself a mule as well. He's going to get the Immortals. He gets the Immortals. There's just a few Stalkers left over. INnoVation is also in the main base of the Banshees, in the natural for Banshee. And he is starting to kind of, you know, lose those Banshees. He's only got 2 Marauders left here with the tanks behind as well. But he might still be able to get rid of this Nexus. There's a little bit more barrier going to show up as well. The Immortal barrier is going to get popped, and we're going to be seeing this barrier just pushing on in. I mean, this third Nexus is dead. It's done for. The reinforcements are way too much here. The Probe's pulling in as well, and Dia is not going to have anything to do other than to tap out from the 0-2 to the 3-2. INnoVation is going to be the second player to take 2 Kung Fu championships, or championships weeklies. And GG is $300 in the bank for INnoVation.